episode 9, and this is probably gonna be the most interesting one you guys have come across. How you doing, bro?
What's up?
Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Solomon Adesiyan, aka Prod.Solo. I am the founder and C.E.O of Dearfach Group and Trustit Entertainment.
Thank you. That was as clear and concise as we wanted it. Have you been busy, man?
Yeah, super busy, bro. Super busy.
What's in the works at the minute?
Like,
there's too many. You can't pick one to.
Let's go one by one. So we have Dearfach Records, so we have a lot of artists. I'm working on the projects right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been a bit quiet, but recently we're going to be announcing a lot of projects that are coming up this summer. Yeah, we've been doing that, just like compiling the audios, videos, strategies behind the projects, and just like
Basically filling up stock before you start.
Yeah,
dropping everything.
Yeah, man, because like we got so much. I'm telling you, like we got too much.
So it's gonna be a busy summer for you guys.
Very busy. It's already been a busy year, so it's gonna be a busy summer. Yeah.
Busy summer. Okay. So yeah, like I don't know if you actually do you say Dearfach or do you say Dearfach?
Dearfach.
You say Dearfach.
Yeah.
Does it annoy you when people say Dearfach?
Yeah, but like I can't expect everybody to do it because like the reason I even came up with the name is because I went to the all Irish speaking secondary school.
Okay.
So when I couldn't get I've always wanted, like when I was younger, to have a label called Righteous Records or Positive Records.
Okay.
Because of my persona.
Okay.
So but then when I went online, I wanted to buy the domain. I was like, what? 12K to buy it. So I was like, So then I just changed the word positive into Irish, and it was like 99 cents. So I was like, yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
you got Dearfach for 99 cents. But obviously, yeah, no one's taken a name in Irish.
So I bought that. I bought off the name, bought off the domains, bought off everything. Yeah.
Man. Okay. So we're gonna take it way back to the very start. Do you want to tell us what you were doing before you started Dearfach? Like who like were you a student or where were you in life and as a person?
Well, from the beginning, anyways. Like I've been playing instruments since the age of 3.
Okay.
I currently play 6 instruments.
Do you want to list them off? Get yourself a gig.
I don't gig anymore, but
you don't gig anymore.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to.
No, I stopped gigging because there's no. I realized when I got to college, because I'm in BIM, so I'm studying commercial modern music, and I major on drums.
Okay.
And business. So obviously, when I got to Dublin, first I was like, I want to be a professional drummer. I want to gig. I want to tour around the world.
Okay.
But then I realized that halfway through, when I was learning the business side, it was really interesting, and I realized that if I actually wanna like be successful and on the scale that's in my head. Okay. Even the major drummers don't make the number one drummers in the world. Yeah. I look up to don't make what I want to make income wise. Okay. So I was like, okay, but the business people make way more. I get you. So I was like, okay, cool. So I still gig, like sometimes I do like gospel gigs because I'm originally a gospel drummer. Okay. So like, and I love gospel, and that's always gonna be a part of me. So like Sunday, Saturday, maybe I still do an odd gig there, and I play in church every Sunday. But like gigging during the week, like wheelings and all that, nah, I don't do those anymore because it's not for me anymore. The business is for me. Right.
And you said when you got here, so you weren't born here. You're when did you get here?
I was born in the UK.
Okay.
I was born in the UK. I moved here when I was around 2. Okay. And I'm from County Clare.
County Clare.
Yeah, Ennis in County Clare.
So
up the banner.
So when did you move to Dublin then, or you're in Dublin, aren't you?
Yeah, I just came here for college, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah, 2015.
So you're like in student accommodation at the minute, or what is it?
No, I live in a house
with friends and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, when did you get Dearfach started? Were you still gigging, and then you realized business is the way to go?
Well, basically, what happened is that I did TY.
Okay.
And in TY, I decided that the way my TY was set up was different. So we had, instead of having like 2 weeks or a month of work experience, we had every Friday for work experience for the whole year.
Oh, okay.
So what I was doing was,
And sorry, wait. Was it a new place every time, or was it a same place?
So you could break it up the way you wanted to break. You could do one place for the whole year.
Okay.
But so I broke it up into different studios. So I was coming up to Dublin every week.
Okay.
With different studios.
Right.
I got my parents giving me the money because So like, so I like every week. So I was like in Westland Studios, Windmill Studios, all these like really like rock indie based studios. Yeah. But then I found out some other studios like Chris Cabs and Tunde.
Oh, you work with those guys as well?
Yeah. So
okay.
So what I did is that I did some experience with them.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, yeah. So this was really cool. Like so that's kind of when I found out that I wanted to do music. So when I got back, I started working in the youth center in Ennis, which has a really good studio.
Okay.
So I started working there. So I was like, yeah. So when I was doing drumming, I always kind of knew I was going to lean towards the studio side. So what happened is that in first year of college, once I finished first year, I wanted to stay in Dublin because going back to Ennis is dead. Do you get me?
Yeah.
The only good thing in Ennis is sports. Well, I wasn't playing sports anymore, so I was like, nah. So I said I'm going to open a studio. So before the end of the year, I started looking for a space that I was going to rent out. And I looked for some friends that were going to join on the project, the venture with me. So so I found like a few friends, like 4 of us or 5 of us that were going to start together. So then we found a place, we found a church. We found a church.
Why is that funny?
Because it's a because obviously like if you learn about the black churches and how they are, it's funny because of just the way everything goes along. Because like artists, when they want to come studio and record, they want to smoke weed,
that kind of thing.
They want to get into the vibe. Mm-hmm. So then this church gave me a room upstairs, which was a big room upstairs.
Okay.
So obviously, when I was bringing some artists, it was kind of booky because I always had to keep out. Look, the pastor is somebody coming into the church.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So we did that. I spent like it was a couple quid.
And this is when exactly time-wise?
2016.
2016. Summer 2016. Okay. And the guy you said you meant how many 4 or 5 guys that you started it with?
I started with I can mention the names. I started with my friend Bemiga. He's a computer scientist, so I got him to do the website and stuff like that.
Okay.
I had my friend Steven Oshoko, who's basically he was studying marketing in DIT, so I got him to do like all the marketing and stuff. My close friend at the time, Gio, Vanny Ralph, he goes by the name of DJ Gio now.
Okay.
So like he had a car and like he was really into live stuff, so I got him to do like live events.
He had a car.
He had a car. Like obviously you want to get around quicker.
Yeah.
So he had a car and like carrying gear from here and here. And
are those guys still with you?
Only Gio's with me right now.
Okay.
The rest, so Bem guys with me with Trustit Entertainment, because we're doing some like bigger stuff. So Trustit Entertainment is my parent company. Dearfach is under Trustit Entertainment, and I have some other stuff under Trustit Entertainment, which Bem and me are on. But with Dearfach Records, as of that venture that we started that time, it's only Gio with me right now. Okay.
We'll go to, the EP was called Trustit.
Trustit, yeah.
Okay. So this was after the company that you had set up and everything.
Yeah.
So was there a reason behind that? Was that
Trustit it was just my slang.
Okay.
So like everything I do, like all my projects, even coming, I'm dropping a new project this year as well, and all my like anything that's to do with me is always like has to reflects me or reflects what I am.
Okay.
So like if you look on the album, I had a few songs like Any Man's Girl. Yeah, like that was a slang I was saying at the time, all the time, just to say to different people, like just like as a cheeky, like, I can take anyone's good, like so we wrote a song about it, like so like anything I do, or anything, all the names, companies, because it has to it reflects me. Do you get me? Yeah. So
and for that EP, sorry, you weren't just the guy that brought the people together. Did you produce the songs in that EP?
So what I did is that I'm very I'm somebody that is very, very I know my strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
So what happens is that I had 3 weeks to do that project.
You did all of that in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
How many songs was it? Like 10?
10 songs. So I had because I was looking for a new place. I was looking for a new place, and I finally found one in November, like second week of November. And
Okay.
I had to drop that project on my birthday because it was for it was a birthday project,
Okay.
which was the 27th of December.
Right.
So I had to. So obviously I have to send off to my engineers working with Dearfach,
Yeah.
all that. So then I was like, man, making beats from scratch, especially it's gonna be long. The only beat we made from scratch was Durag, Durag with my friend Paul, and the first song with Tomex.
Okay.
He's a producer in the UK. But every other producer on the album, I work with them, like I know them. But I just got basically I collected beats from my fellow beat makers, and
Okay.
I compiled. Okay, this is how I want the song to go.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the artist I want on it. Okay, I helped them. So I wrote some of the hooks. Got the artists on the tracks, and then like just produced it. Took it to the engineers. Sat down for like 24 hours. Like mixed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of your role in the company now, what exactly would you be doing? Considering, so you've got Trustit Entertainment, you've got the records, you've got Dearfach TV, all of those things. So you're obviously not doing everything yourself, I'm presuming, or are
Yeah.
you?
No, I'm not doing it to myself.
Okay. So who, in terms of your team, who's involved with the, I suppose, handling the smaller things? You know, like the say, like you got a request in from an artist to, you know, I want to put this video up on the YouTube. Is that going through you directly, or?
So what I have done right now is I haven't formally announced this actually, but I have basically left the Dearfach TV into the hands of Hollywood Boys.
Okay.
So Dearfach TV. So I'm currently creating, because I'm all for the culture. So I still own like a segment of the channel.
Okay.
But I've basically allowed these guys from Hollywood Boys basically to run the channel and do what they want with the channel.
Okay.
To build. So I feel like I've done enough for that sector of the scene.
Okay.
And I'm going into a different sector. So I'm making a new channel, and I'm doing some new stuff with this channel. So So right now, but initially it was me and Sequence. We created Me and Sequence created the channel, and I was just doing the admin stuff, and Sequence was actually doing the project management stuff of the channel, and he was basically creating the content. I was in all the audios, he was in all the visuals.
And when did you guys split off? Because I know he has his own thing now as well.
July 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
And was it like a mutual agreement kind of thing, or did it?
No,
it's not something you want to talk about on this.
Like it's not deep. Me and Sequence we're cool. Like me and him are cool. It was just like a little disputing type thing, but like
Okay.
Yeah,
difference of opinion and how you want to run things, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like he was always more visual based. I was always more audio based. And
Okay.
He was always a bit more like
Makes sense though, because he's a director himself or something.
Yeah, exactly. So he was always a bit more like in this, like the way he wanted it. It was different for the way I wanted it.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I own the company Dearfach, so it was kind of like even he can say as much as he want, but I kind of own the company. So he was like, okay, I'm just gonna create my own thing.
Do my own thing.
So
okay.
Like it was a bit iffy for a few months, but we sorted it out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And sorry, so you were saying Hollywood Boys have now taken over
Dearfach TV.
Okay. How is that going to work in terms of the complication? So you're still technically part owner?
Yeah, part owner of the...
So is Hollywood Boys now a company as well, of their own?
I don't know.
You don't know? How involved are you with those guys?
Well, I lived with some of them for 2 years.
Okay.
They were working with Dearfach for a few months, for like a year. Like they're working with Dearfach, like, but yeah, they're basically right now. In I think October, November, they created Hollywood Boys Records, which was basically stemmed off a collective that we were all part of.
Okay.
So me, Evans, Timmy, Andre, Gio, Mo, Junior, Moby.
Okay.
We were all part of this collective called Hollywood Boys. It was just a collective. It wasn't anything to do with Dearfach.
Okay.
And it was actually just to drop like unofficial audios.
All right.
Because like sometimes Moby would drop on a track.
Oh really?
LDC
Okay.
would drop on a track. So we were just gonna drop on the Hollywood Boys, so it was not gonna affect like Eldad and Evans' music,
Yeah.
like officially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you get what I'm trying to
Yeah. I
say?
understand. Yeah.
So that was the aim of it. But then what happened is that complications came up, and then they just decided to drop the artists that we signed at that time, JB2 and Chucks
Okay.
and Jug's music on the Hollywood Boys records, as they felt it was better for them. So so it was kind of like, okay, cool, and I just allowed it. So we kind of like moved forward. So I just kept on doing my Dearfach records. They kept on doing the Hollywood Boys records, and we kept on working with the page,
Okay.
with the YouTube page. But then later on, even the YouTube page got a bit complicated. So I was just like, man, I'm just gonna create my own thing, make a bit bigger, better thing.
So have you guys split off now? Is
Yeah,
that-
we don't. We're cool. We're cool as friends and
Okay.
boys and all. But they do their own thing. I do my own thing.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you mentioned JW2 and
Yeah.
the Chucks. I have to talk about this because I think, because I've had a few people on that do music, and I think basically everybody I have had on has talked about the link up because it's meant so much for Ireland, I suppose. So what exactly did it mean to Dearfach and to you personally? Because, and you said you were all about the culture, so it's obviously a big thing.
Yeah, it was a game changer. It was a game changer. For me, what happened is that basically when Junior Junes approached me like August last year that, yo, I like drill and I want to manage artists. Can you teach me the ropes?
Okay.
I was like, yeah, cool. I don't like drill, so that's cool.
Oh, you don't have any interest in...
Well, at the time, I didn't like drill.
Okay.
So I was like, cool. Do you know what? I'm going to teach you how to manage. So
Yeah.
JB2 and Chucks, these are the guys you're interested in.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you how to manage them. So when this thing happened, I was just doing all the logistics. Like, okay, getting the recordings, doing it here. Okay, how to reply to emails and all that kind of stuff. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I let them kind of like take charge on like, okay, this is my artist, because they are. It's
Yeah.
because I was.
So they were like apprentices, employees type of thing to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I kind of like just told them like, okay, how to do it. So it was a game changer. But obviously, a few weeks before the whole link up thing was the whole like street blogs, Twitter kind of thing that JB2's bars and session went viral kind of thing. So it was just like a knock on effect from that. Yeah, it made sense, and obviously we didn't capitalize. We really didn't capitalize on the song, and Ross did. So we kind of
Oh, so that little beef thing that they had was actually true.
to a certain extent,
Are you allowed to go into the details?
it's not deep. Like, first, to a certain extent it was true, but look, it wasn't really, with artists, it's not really the artist's fault. It's really the man. I would say it's our fault, because
Okay.
the job of a manager with artists, all artists are divas. Do you
Okay.
get me? It's not about the artists. Most times, it's about how you manage them.
Right.
How you tell them how the ropes, how to do this.
Yeah.
So he didn't approach the situation the best way. That was just the issue. This happens in the industry every day. You just don't know.
Okay.
Every day, like, apart from the big like beef between Pusha T and Drake,
Yeah.
there's beef that happens with artists every day. So, and it gets resolved very quickly because managers get involved.
Yeah.
So what happened at that time is that it's just like we just did not basically we didn't manage the situation correctly.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you learn from that, obviously.
of course.
So in terms of his management and everything now, it's all Hollywood boys.
No, he's left Hollywood Boys since December.
Oh, okay.
He has moved to the UK since December.
So what's his situation in general? Like, why? What is that? Because of something, or did it get to his head, kind of?
Yeah. So the whole Hollywood Boys thing really like makes a lot of stuff complicated. So I had to move out the house. I was living with them. I had to move out the apartments. And I think they had a little dispute with him as well, so he moved out as well. Or I think he just felt he's a bit weird. JB2's a bit weird, so I think he felt like that that they were doing something to him or whatever. No, I think they just weren't giving him what he wanted. That's basically it.
Okay.
They weren't doing anything bad. They just weren't giving him what he wanted.
He felt insecure, basically.
Yeah, and I think somebody offered him a deal, and he just went. Like there was no loyalty with it. He just dipped. So, so it's a guy based in Athlone, and he's been co-managed by a guy in Athlone and a guy in London. So he's actually currently in London for the last 4 months.
That's mad. So he's basically one of the first artists to kind of go abroad, I suppose, from Ireland. Well, other than the obvious exceptions of Reggie and so on and so forth. Oh, so I've a few things I want to talk to you about in terms of what I've heard you've been working on, and I know you have a studio, your own personal one in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Is it ready or is it?
Yeah, man. I just got back from the UK, so like I had to like basically hold off on it for like a week and a half. But yeah, it's me, Tunde or Simba, whatever you want to call him, and a guy called Ghost and Host.
Okay.
We're working on the studio, and it's basically gonna be like a 24-hour studio, and it's gonna be like the new hub for like music creation and urban music creation. In Dublin.
Okay. So it's going to be a recording studio as well as I'm presuming you have something like, you know, like the Daily Duppy type of thing coming as well.
Let's not talk too much.
Oh, so yeah, okay. That was just a suggestion I made because I was like, obviously, if you have a studio, you know, you want to.
We'll
leave it.
We'll see where it goes.
Okay. And then the other thing was, I've gotten news of a Dearfach University tour.
Dearfach TV, yes.
Dearfach TV. So it'll be a Hollywood Boys.
It's a Hollywood Boys tour. Yeah.
Are you cool with them still using your name like that then? Did this go through you?
I don't know. Like this tour when it's not like they have not said this. They have not mentioned it to me. They have mentioned it to me.
Mm-hmm.
That was nearly like 9 months ago.
Okay.
But I
got news of this like last week.
Yeah. So yeah, if it's a Dearfach TV tour, that's cool. Because Dearfach TV right now is just mainly drill.
Okay.
And the drill artists are under Hollywood Boys, so that's cool. But Dearfach Records is my artist, so like TED, Andre Vizaz, Evans Jr., Eldad Hotshots, Ama, Samojo, you know, all those Nushka, K, whoever you want. Like those are our artists. So we don't do drill. Right now we're not doing drill.
And is that because of your own personal preference? Like because you don't listen to that music, or is that just because
I listen to music now?
Circumstances.
I listen to it now. I listen to the nice ones.
Oh, okay. Nice drill, yeah.
I listen to the nice drill, the one I can appreciate, because I'm a musicality guy.
What type would be nice drill for you? Like your personal
musicality,
taste?
like people that can actually spit.
Okay.
If you can actually spit, yeah, I'm gonna appreciate you. You can actually rap.
Okay.
So if I put you on if I was put you on a different beat, that
yeah,
wasn't drill, you could still spit.
You could still do it. Okay.
Yeah. But the ones that they actually can't do it, but it's hard because they're actually just piling somebody, or they're just saying something bad to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's why people like it.
Yeah.
I don't really like that stuff. Do you get me?
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So that tour, you don't know when it's gonna go ahead anytime, or
it's a tour is not easy to organize, bro. A tour is not easy to organize.
No, I understand. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying in terms of with your involvement, you don't know where it's at.
Yeah. So if it's a Dearfach TV tour, they might call me to help them out, but I'm not involved in it right now.
Okay. So one or two other things then. You have in your bio as well a Hideous Clothing.
Yeah. Hideous is we're coming back this summer. We had like 2 seasons and we sold out completely, and then we just like, oh, okay. We just didn't go back.
What kind of brand is it? Actually, I genuinely have not seen a piece before. So I'm presuming it was a couple of years ago this was.
Yeah, because we started before like all these brands started.
Okay.
This was the same time as Dearfach started.
Okay, 2016.
2016.
Okay.
So we did it. If you go on some of the boys' bios, they still have some pictures with the tracksuit. So it was basically a tracksuit line that we did.
It's a tracksuit line. Okay.
Yeah, we did it was a tracksuit line. And it basically just like sold out so quick that we were just like, oh wow.
And what was the reason for it? Was it just because of the actual pieces that you made, or
It was for the collective. Like it was for the collective. We wanted it to be a
your own thing? Like
Yeah.
it was exclusive to you guys. Yeah.
We wanted to be like trasher and but then we got some people that were affiliated with us
Yeah.
that wanted to buy it, so they bought it and they were like, okay, cool. So we're coming back out now, and we're coming back bigger and better. But it's mainly just for people that we wanted to have it. It's exclusive.
So it's gonna be like it's gonna be hand in hand with Dearfach and like the records, I'm presuming. So you're gonna give it to your artists. So the guys you mentioned there.
No, it's gonna be more in hand of Trustit. So in Trustit, I work with a lot of. So Trustit Entertainment has I have a basically a consultancy segment where I basically work with all bands, all collectives, all record labels. So I work with like Fire Collective.
Okay.
I work with like these guys in Cork called RBL.
Okay.
I work with Discovered Music.
And in terms of consultancy, sorry. So what kind of consultations would they be getting from you?
Like I already like do consultancy for like people. Like they'll call me up. Oh, yo, Solo, we need you in the studio. We just want to get your ears on the track. Oh,
okay, yeah.
we want
A second opinion kind of thing on
it's like
an expert's opinion.
or like and like strategy and how to do stuff. Okay,
How to market that song, basically.
and everybody like on my Instagram every day is like, oh, Solo, we want a video done. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll send you the contact. Or I need the audio done. I need a beat producer who can make this type of beat. Who can do this? Who can do this? Who can do this?
And this is a paid thing that you do.
If I actually have to go and spend my time with you,
Yeah.
it's paid. If it's just sending a few links, I leave it.
He's just sending out things like that, giving free information. I really rate that, man. That's sick.
It's
You
for the culture, bro. It's
For the culture, yeah. Okay, so that's enough about Dearfach and what you do. Talk about yourself a little bit in terms of how you've progressed since 2016, because it's been 3 years, and in just like the last 20 minutes we've been speaking, you've mentioned a lot of conflict, a lot of changing around of the structure of the company and things like that. What do you think you've gotten from that as a person?
To be honest, I'm just a very, and I get this from my parents. I'm just a very nice person.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's like now I've just realized, like, with business and everything, it's cool to be nice. Obviously, always in any venture you do, always let your personality come out. And never be shy or intimidated to let your personality come out. But just know where to draw the line with some people. So you get me? So obviously, like, it was a kind of thing like, it's not beef thing. We're not beefing. Nobody's beefing anybody. It's not a beef thing.
It's Ireland, man. There's no such thing.
There's no beef thing or anything like that. It's just you just need to know sometimes that, cool, this is where I stand with this person.
Okay.
Cool, never. And this is kind of what your parents, they taught us in African church. Like, sometimes just like if somebody's giving you food, just say, auntie, it's okay. I don't want, you know those ones, like, so sometimes like it's sometimes just like say it's okay. Nah, it's all right. Cool, know where to draw the line. Sometimes, you know. That's why I really learned, like, and don't mix friendship with business. If you're gonna do a business with your friend, make sure there's even just emails or something formal to just state that this is where we stand. If it's a 50-50 split, let everybody know it's a 50-50 split, and state it from the start. Don't let time go, because once time goes, everything becomes okay. I've given my time into this, so I've given more time than you. I've given more money than you. All this kind of stuff. So just make sure from the start, if you're gonna do a business with your friend, make sure that it is stated from the start where you both stand.
Okay.
That'll be my number one advice to.
And are you talking from experience here? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking from experience. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of working with big egos and personalities, because that's like majority of your job at this stage, what do you think you've like, what's the biggest thing you've gotten out of that? Because obviously you said you're a nice person, so the fact that you've worked with this many people and it hasn't changed you, is there something about that lifestyle you've seen that
you can be nice but strict?
What do you mean by strict?
Strict, like, yo, if you don't get the song done by this time, we're not releasing the song.
Oh, okay.
or if you don't, if this is what you want, like I'll always ask artists what you want, and then for this to happen, because the way I'm very critical, like for this to happen, it's simple. There's no magic gonna be done. We need A, B, and C. If you can't give me A, B, and C, don't expect it to be done.
Okay.
That's simple. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But then obviously, like but what I mean, I'm nice is like I take people in. I will help you to the most I can help you.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, if you don't help yourself, what can I do?
So what would you said A, B, and C? What would A, B, and C be other than like a time requirement? What else would you require from an artist in terms of cooperation?
Okay, let's just take it like an album. Let's just take an EP.
Okay.
Okay, if you're saying you want to drop an EP in 3 months' time,
Yeah.
which is really realistic, I'll like, okay, cool. How many songs you have written for me? Okay, let me hear all the songs. Send me demos, even just on WhatsApp of you singing the song. Okay.
So you need something ready basically before they approach you.
Yeah, of course. Like you need like if you don't have it ready by that time, have it ready for me in a few weeks, and then once we have it ready, because I can give you studio time, like in a jiffy. Do you get me? So, but I don't want to waste my engineer's time.
Yeah.
If I'm investing into you, I don't want to waste my engineer's time So you need to have this ready.
Okay.
We go to studio, we bang it out, then we see what strategy works best for your genre of music, or for you as your image and for your personality.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But some people will just want to say, okay, so I want you to sign us to Dearfach or sign us with this for this one
so
project.
you do the work for me basically.
Yeah, like that doesn't happen. Like it doesn't work that way, bro. Like if you think about it, like the likes of Beyonce and 50 Cent and all that, when they were banging out albums back in the day, they would write like 70, 80 songs, and then they would have to cut it down to 20 songs.
Mm-hmm.
They would record 70 songs and they will cut it down. So like if you're recording 10 and you want to release 10.
No, you can't.
Because not every song is gonna be good.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
So we're coming near the end, I guess. So we'll get more into like the futuristic aspect of Dearfach and yourself. Do you have an overall goal, or for the year, and then in general for the company, and then the records and Hideous even?
Yeah. So let's just say with Trustit, because Trustit has Hideous, Dearfach, and everything under it. Yeah, we're coming up with a lot of stuff. I'm so excited to make some announcements in the next coming weeks, coming months for this year. At the end of this year, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we're gonna a lot of statements that we would have made, because this year is just about a statement. Because a lot of people will say that with the whole link up thing, it's a fluke, or it was a fluke, or JB2 Chuck's Dearfach TV was a whole fluke.
Okay.
But from day one, I already knew where I'm going. Do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the first child. Like, African background is so important. So I'm the first child. I'm the first boy. And my people in Africa don't let you study music. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I have something to prove to my parents, something to prove to my friends, prove to myself.
Okay.
Do you get me? So from day one, when I started Dearfach, I already knew that it's gonna be something. So everybody can say it's a fluke. So this year, it's about statements.
It was bound to happen, though.
It was bound to happen.
Okay.
And this is my personality. I'm very, very confident. So,
he's positive.
Yeah, very positive. So by the end of this year, there's gonna be a lot of statements.
Yeah.
That we're gonna make. Yeah, look, just watch out for us. Watch out for our artists. We're all dropping projects. We're doing a few festivals this year as well. A few headline shows, hopefully. Hideous coming out with a new line, some new partnerships, some new mergers, a lot of stuff. So just watch out for it. Just watch out for it. Yeah.
Okay. And then for the company, sorry, I forgot to say that for the company. So that was your own personal goals, obviously, proving something to people. For the company itself, is there a certain amount of money, a certain amount of followers, something like that in mind that you have, or is it just the overall for the culture?
Obviously, we're making money.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, we're making money. We have to pay the bills. You have to. So yeah, there's money. There's money. Let's not. There's money behind us. We have money. There's money behind us. We have backing.
Okay.
So it's not even that's not even a worry. It's just that's what I always say. Money always comes. Money comes and go. But making statements and proving a point, being the culture. We're the first generation of urban music in Ireland properly. So to the whole world. We're like, we have something to prove. And I said this. We did an interview a few months back with the Vice, and I said something in that interview, in the article, sorry. Right now, Ireland, we're in this baby stage, and we have something to prove to the whole world.
Okay.
Because everybody looks at Ireland like urban music, like, nah, this is shit.
They don't even have enough people.
This is rubbish. Like, these guys are. But I want it to be like a New Orleans thing, where New Orleans at that stage in the music industry, New Orleans took over the whole songwriting game.
Okay.
So all the top songwriters that were writing for Michael Jackson, writing for this, writing for that, were all from one place.
Okay.
The best music in the world is going to come from Ireland.
Okay. And do you think Ireland has a sound, I suppose? Because you know, if you think of England, do you think of a certain...
We don't need a sound.
We don't need a sound?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think makes us unique then?
Because we can do everything.
We can do everything. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's the only place where, like, you hear drill tax and you hear trap and you hear...
The only place that will be able to do as well is Canada. And that's because Canada is so diverse. But Canada are not doing it, so let's do it.
Let's make it our job.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, thank you so much for coming down. It's been sick having you.
No problem, bro.
So I do one thing on this show, and it's always kind of coming in at the end. I ask every guest if they have a person or certain people you'd like to see on at some point to be interviewed this way.
On the show?
On this show, yeah.
Okay. On the show, who would I want to be interviewed?
To be interrogated the way you got interrogated.
Yo, there's some really interesting people in the scene.
Okay.
A lot of interesting my fellow colleagues as well that will actually know in depth of the industry, not just like baby knowledge, like proper knowledge. Okay, I have like Patrick. He used to run a record label called Hot Records. Busy Blaze. He's really, really intelligent. Who else? Interview like this. I really all the artists are weird, so I don't really know with the artists. I don't know. I think.
Do you not have like in terms of preference, like the people you've worked with so far? Do you not have somebody that you've worked with and you've like, you know?
Ireland are very limited.
Really?
Yeah.
So even with your experience, because basically at this stage, like, majority of people have come through you or some big platform, but I'd say at this stage, like, in terms of market, like, you've probably been the one person to go to everybody. And even when I ask artists themselves that have been on so far, they know somebody. But you, even though you worked with more people, you don't think there's someone you'd like?
Like, do you just want like someone that has a high opinion?
No. Just in terms of your own opinion that you've never, seen interviewed like this before. You've never I'm sorry. You never looked at anybody you've worked with and been like, damn, this guy seems like they have a good story to tell.
No.
Oh, you're killing me, man.
Nah.
Anyways,
but like, talk to Patrick. Me and Patrick talk a lot.
Patrick.
Yeah, talk to Patrick. Then maybe if you look for someone that has a good, like, has a totally different opinion from everybody in the whole world.
Okay.
Talk to Mo from Hollywood Boys.
Okay.
Very interesting, intelligent guy. So I'll talk to him as well. Yeah, I think that's
okay. Yeah, that was season 1, episode 9. This is second last episode of the season. If you haven't already, go subscribe to the YouTube Urban Hour, and if you're not following the Insta, then that's also urban.hour. Thank you all for listening, and I will be back next week with another episode.